I'm going to use my Urban Decay primer all over the lid to prevent eyeshadows from creasing and to make them more vibrant. Going into my Morphe palette, I'm going to be using this blending shade right there. And I'm going to be using a big fluffy blending brush, and it's going to go all over the lid to create a seamless look. Going back into the Morphe palette, I'm going to take a mixture of those two burgundy colors, and I'm going to be placing that in my crease and all over the outside and inner corner of my lid. And then I'm going to leave the very middle of my lid blank, and I'm going to put another color there. I am now just going to go back and grab the first blending brush that I used in the blending shade, and I'm going to go back over just to blend all of the colors out so there's no harsh lines. I'm going to use my Hard Candy glitter eyeshadow, and I'm placing that all over the lid where there's no color, and this is going to be a base. While I'm looking for the next brush that I'm going to be using, I'm just letting that dry, and then I'm just going to take a flat brush. It's from BH Cosmetics, and I go into my BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to take this, I'm going to point to the shade and let you see. I'm choosing which shade I want to use, sorry. I'm going to be using, it's like a bluish green shade, and I'm going to put a brownish green shade over top of it just so it's not blue and it will blend in better with the maroon colors. So I'm just packing that all over the lid where I just put the glitter eyeshadow, and I'm going to pack that everywhere. And then it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to go back in and blend everything, so don't worry. I'm just going back with the blending brush that I used to put on the maroon shades, and I'm going to go over the eyeshadow that I just put on so there's no harsh lines, and then I'm going to go back in with the eyeshadow, like the main lid brush, and I'm just going to be tapping it on the outside of the corners just to blend everything in so it's not harsh and it doesn't look unblended. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to be using my Rimmel Stay Matte foundation. I like this foundation when I don't want to look dewy because sometimes I find that my face looks a little bit greasy whenever I do a lot of dewiness or I use like an illuminating foundation. So today I'm just going to go with the matte, and I just pat that all over my face and then go in with one of my dress length brushes to blend everything out, and yeah, that's the start of my face. And I've already primed with my hard candy primer, and prior to priming I have washed my face and moisturized. It's best to wash your face and moisturize about 30 minutes before you do your face makeup, because then everything's all fresh, and then applying it will be a lot easier because it's a smooth surface. I'm now going to set the foundation with my BH Studio Pro powder. Sorry, it's really messy. I tried to wipe it off, but I kind of failed at that. So I'm going to just take a BH Cosmetics brush. It's just a big blending brush. And I just pat that all over the face to prevent everything from moving throughout the day. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and I place that in the upside down V underneath my eyes, also on my forehead, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on the tip of my chin. I then blend the underneath my eye area with another Dress Link brush. It looks kind of like the one from Sigma that Jaclyn Hill and Nikki tutorials like to use. This brush is really great for getting underneath the eyes. It's angled perfectly to get right up underneath. And then on my face, on my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, and the tip of my chin, I use another brush. I'm not sure why I do this. I just am kind of a weirdo. So then after that, I take the same brush that I just used, and I use my e.l.f. High Definition Setting Powder, and I use that brush and I put it on the areas that I just concealed. For bronzing slash contouring, I'm going to use my e.l.f. powder. It's all messed up. The lid is popped off and everything. I use it all the time. And then I go in and I use my BH Cosmetics brush. This one is smaller than the one that I used to set my foundation, and I put that on my cheeks, on my forehead, and my hairline. And I also take a smaller brush, also from BH Cosmetics, and then I use that to contour my nose with the same powder that I just used to contour my face. I then rub out with my fingers what I just used on my nose, just so there's no harsh lines. And then I go back over with the same brush that I used underneath my eyes, just to blend everything out. Going into my Glamorous Blush Palette from BH Cosmetics, I just pointed to the shade that I'm going to be using. And I am just going to take another brush, also from BH Cosmetics, and I put that on the apples of my cheeks and make sure I'm blending everything out so there's no harsh lines. Okay, just looking for the brush that I want to use. I'm just going to go back in and blend everything out that I did on my eyes, just to make sure that I didn't take anything away when I was doing my face makeup. And then I'm going to go onto the underneath area of my eyes. So I'm going to just take a small angled brush, also from BH Cosmetics. A lot of my brushes are from BH Cosmetics. And I just go back into the mixture of those two maroon colors, and I put that on the underneath area of my eyes. If you wanted to, you could have done everything the exact same way that you did on the lid, and you could have just done the right underneath your pupil. You could have done the bluish color if you wanted to, but today I just decided to do all of the maroons on the bottom. So after I do that, I'm going to go and blend everything out just so everything it comes together and it's all one. And then I'm going to take my BH. It's actually a bronzing palette, but I like to use the very light shade for my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight. And I just take it's like a small tapered brush from BH Cosmetics, and I use that to highlight the inner corner and brow bone. So I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl Ink It. Sorry, I had it upside down. This is my eyeliner for today. I am going to line my tight line and also my waterline. I'm not going to do any liquid liner today. I'm just going to go right into the mascara. So after I line that, I'm going to go straight to my mascara, and it is the Lash Stiletto by Maybelline, and the color is Very Black. Whenever I'm doing my mascara, I like to tip my mirror upwards so I can see everything, like the bottom of my lashes, so I can make sure that I'm getting everything and not leaving a couple of the pieces without mascara, because my lashes are like a blonde color, so it does look a little bit weird if I miss a spot, so I make sure that I'm getting everything. So, and I also do the top of my lashes, and then I always do the bottom lash line, my bottom lower lashes. Some people don't like to do their lower lashes, but I tend to get eyeshadow on them and then they look white and they look like they have some of the eyeshadow in them, so I just always do the bottom lashes. Moving on to brows, I'm using my e.l.f. Treat and Tame, and I just use the brown section or the colored section, and I just spoolie that through my brows and make sure I get all of them. This works very well for me. My eyebrows stay down all day, none of them move, so that's always a plus. You don't want any stragglies hanging out anywhere. And then I was going back over with my concealer brush, just making sure I got everything. Scooting over in my chair to grab some lipstick. I like to do this combo. Both of these lipsticks are from Maybelline. I start off with the nude color and I put that all over the lips. You could stop here and just have a nude lip for the day, but I wanted to add a little bit of something. So then the color that I'm using is like a really, really dark cherry red, but I just dab that on over the nude a little bit, and that's the combination that it leaves, and I love this. So this is the final look. I hope you guys like it. I hope it helped you. Please like and subscribe. If you would like a hair tutorial, I would be more than glad to show you. Thank you so much, and please keep on watching.